If you like the video, it'll be my honor if you can like, subscribe, and hit the notification button. And there are a lot more figure diorama photography at the end of this video, so please watch and enjoy until the end. Now, let's begin. Hello everyone, how's everybody doing today? And today we are going to be reviewing 1/6 scale Millennium Falcon cargo bay diorama from Jazz Inc, and as you can see, it is quite impressive. And before I put figures and so on, I'm gonna show you each detail parts so that we can all appreciate how much detail it is. And yeah, let's get started. So the diorama comes with total 7 pieces, 2 floors, 1 backside, another backside, but this is more onto, something that you put on the chair right here, or sofa. I'm not too sure what you call this. And then you get 2 sofa part, and then you get the iconic table that Chewbacca and R2 was playing a chess. So 7 pieces, and let's go one by one. Just before I go any further, I wanted to reflect and talk about 3 things, and not actually 3 things, it's technically 1 thing, but I just wanted to mention about the 3 major comments I got about the Millennium Falcon cockpit diorama review I did before. The one with a lot of QC issues. There was a lot of comment inside, and when I digest them, there was technically just 3 main things that people were concerned. One is the QC issue, and for that I did make a video about the after service report on the Falcon, and that was released I think 2-3 days ago, or maybe a little more than that. So for anyone who's concerned about that, please check that video. The 2 more factor was painting and pricing. And pricing, when it comes to, a lot of people will be saying, hey, if you get that much QC for that pricing, oh my god. Yes, rightly so, I do understand. But if you didn't get a QC issue, and then, you should be happy, because when you buy something, it's buyer and seller's agreement, where seller, offers a price, and the buyer's choice to decline not buying that stuff, or the buyer's choice to purchase that product. So it's completely on our choice, and I purchased it. And if you didn't get a QC issue, then it should be perfect, right? It's no problem. If you do get a QC issue, then it's just contact Jazz Inc used. Don't contact through Facebook commentary, because there's a lot of people who will harass you just because they are blind followers for the company, and you see that everywhere. You see that with NECA, Mafex, Hasbro, Figuarts, Bandai, anywhere. There are people who are blind, and sometimes some of these people don't even buy these products, but they want to support it, and therefore they'll bash anyone. So for anyone who does get a QC issue, it's not a big deal, unless you're talking about Microsoft, Dell, or something like that. They don't, they really don't care about you, and they'll try to trash you as much as they can. But there are companies that's like Wacom, who would care a lot, and they'll take action immediately. Then used to, he would take action immediately too. So if you do have any issues, it's not a big thing. It could be it could be a nightmare. I don't want to make it sound like it's not a big deal. It is a big deal for buyers who bought the thing, waited for a long time, got it. It's crashed. It'll be a nightmare. I totally understand that. That was the case with my Millennium Falcon. Just that I'm quite immune to. I got used to stress. So if you do get that, take a deep breath and just send an email to Used, and he would take good care of you. So for the final thing, this is the final thing that I had a lot of commentary with painting. A lot of people wasn't happy about the paint, and I saw reviews on other videos as well, who was doing a review on the Jazz Inc product, and they were also not too happy with the paint. I do understand. It's not the perfect paint. Used isn't. He's not that professional when it comes to the painting. And for this video, I do speak about it because there were people who was mentioning a lot, and sadly it's justified because it's not the best paint. However, I do see that something that disappoints me a lot is that people are being harassed for saying the truth, like Star Wars as well. You say the truth that the Last Jedi, you can like it, you can love it, sure, it doesn't bother me, but it wasn't a good movie for Star Wars, and it did completely destroy the Star Wars merchandise. That's something that you can't ignore. But there are people who would, just trash you to hell just because you said your opinion, and that's quite painful to see. And I see that a lot with this brand's followers. And there are great fans who love Jedi and see myself too. And I would love to see this brand to skyrocket to the top, just that because some followers gonna be attacking other people who bought the product, they might just go away, and if they go away, that means less fans, less customers, and that's quite painful because that would significantly hurt the brand image. And therefore I will be talking something about the painting, and at the same time I'm quite easygoing, and the painting isn't great. However, there are certain things that it can still make your day, and I hope my video would make you a little more easy if you do have concern with the paint. I'm not going to be protecting the painting quality because I can't protect something that that's not really great at it, but there is a lot of things that you can say, do this, and your work could just vanish. And I hope this video would also do that. So yeah, sorry for the 5 minutes talk right here I just did, and let's start to the video. So the backdrop of the cargo bay, as you can see, there is a slight angle, and that's because within the cargo, the Falcon ship had this shape, and therefore the ceiling is actually angled, and I think that's is very accurate to the actual prop. It's fine. The details are quite great if you go close. I really didn't know what this is, but I'm assuming it's a speaker or something that George actually found. It's not like it's a perfect paint. If you look closely, there's a lot of imperfection. But however, this cargo scene, when you look at the movie, it's really dark. If you watch the film, the lighting is very dark LED, so you don't see too much detail. So when you light it properly, and when I say properly, accurate to the film, then most of the detail here kind of get muted. So if you do see a imperfection on the paint, and it's not like I'm defending the company, because it's not something that you can defend, because yes, the painting quality, and I'm gonna go detail on the painting quality when it comes to the sofa, because that's where you see the most. But especially in the background, it's not like I'm defending it, but at the same time, it's something that you wouldn't be noticing it too much anyways. So I think it's a fine thing. It's not like I'm gonna be like crazy about, oh my god, there's the paint that's coming out from here and there, it doesn't look great and so on. Yes, if you look at it in detail, that is very true. But again, when you like the whole thing in a very Star Wars accurate lighting, then probably you wouldn't kind of notice it anyway. So overall, I'm fine. One thing I'm a little bit worried is here. This is the actual paper. This is where you access to a different hallway and so on, but it's actually a very, very, very thin paper, and it's not like they're using some kind of board or anything. It's just a regular photography. No, well, I don't know. It's a little very not glossy. It's very, how do I say, smooth paper. But what they did was they just
they just glued it on here. So what happened is, because there's no protection here, or there's no support here, it would get ripped off really easily. Well, the paper is not actually on properly, it's kind of tilted on, so the excess paper here is actually rubbing onto the floor. So if you can see, you can kind of see the bend right here, and if you aren't careful, it will rip off really easily. And it is very heavy and one solid piece, so if you drop it, just expect that it'll break. But if you look at it from the angle, it is gorgeous, you know. Yeah, it's like from a distance with an angle, and it's the background, and if you have these figures there, it's going to be a very nice background piece. So I am quite happy with it, and let's go to the sofa now. So excuse my very poor and wobbly handheld camera holding, but yes, we have two part with the sofa, one part here and one part, the big part back. It's simply just this piece comes right there and it's done. So there we go, and the detail is as so, and it had a lot of detail, a lot. And again, like I just said, this diorama, and I think most or all the Star Wars, maybe not all, but the most of the Star Wars diorama that Jazz Inc. is offering, he does use the Star Wars blueprint from, well, a actual prop. So the detail itself and proportion, everything is accurate. So when it comes to, well, the most accurate cargo bay, this should be it. And yeah, I do appreciate the detail that Jazz Inc. offer. It is really nice, because sometimes when I look at it, I feel like, is this hatch gonna open? And of course it's not gonna open, but sometimes when I look at it, it feels like it's gonna open, which is a great thing. It also provides a realism. It makes you think that, hey, the hatch might open. That's enough for me to be convinced that it's gorgeous when it comes to the intention of the detail. And this is, I don't want to keep going back to the painting thing, but like everybody say, the painting isn't the best thing. It's very, actually the camera does capture better than the actual thing, but there's a lot of imperfection when it comes to the painting, like you can see here and so on. But again, it's not like Jazz Inc. is a, you know, it's not like they're a professional painter. They're more like a, you know, a project piece that, okay, let's make something that is, you know, demanded or wanted. And well, from the buyer's stand, I do understand that, you know, most people would expect the best out of the product that they pay, and it's, I think this was $500 piece, so it's not like it's a cheap material, or not, sorry, it's not a cheap product. And I don't know about what's that going on, because this is a clear piece here, and then when I look at it here, oh, so probably it's just a clear piece here, but the paint came through on the top, so that's why it looks weird. But yes, it's not like it's a brilliantly clean paint and anything like that. But again, if you have an issue, I have the best answer. Like, yes, it's not like, you know, I'm happy with the paint. No, it's not like that. But I'm, you know, 41, 42 right now. Sometimes just, you know, I even forget my age right now. But I'm in a stage where I rather have saying in a positive way than, you know, having it in a negative way. So, not, or maybe not negative way, more like I don't want to, you know, have a headache with something, you know, about it. So if you do have an issue, I have a solution. It's Han Solo's ship. You know, it's gonna be dirty. And again, in the actual movie, it's really dark. Let me turn off the lights a bit and see how it's gonna be. But in the film, it's probably a little more darker than this. And from a distance, I don't think you will be able to see all the imperfection of the paint. So from a distance, and again, you're not gonna go, take photos like that when you're, having these figures all around, posed and so on. So from a distance, I think it looks, good, especially the background, because I just showed you some imperfection with the paint on the speaker and so on. But when you turn off the light to match how it looked in the film, it looks, it looks fine. It looks great. So when there's an issue, there's always the solution, and the easiest way is to just tell yourself that, hey, there might be a better way to just, make whatever you got in a more positive way. And I come, in a simple answer is Han Solo ship, turn off the light, and it looks fine. And even without that, it looks great, right? Look at the shading here. It looks fine. When you have the light fully on, like, let me grab it on, then you do see a lot of imperfection going on everywhere. And I assume they were trying to add these streak to make it look more like a sofa. So that I do appreciate. And all these, how do I say, anything to do with imperfection, I just turn off the light and that looks beautiful. Very good, I think. Now, the next piece I'm going to be discussing is the iconic table. And as you can see, when you look from the top, it's really great. One thing is that I don't know what the material is used. It could be I don't know. It has these weird streaks. It's not like a paint streak. It's an actual streak. You can feel the texture, and I can feel that in almost everywhere because that's how it's made. So I don't know what the material is made. Could be a wood or I'm not too sure. I'm not gonna say what it is because I have no idea, and I don't want to falsely not confirm, but I don't want to mislead anyone. But the details all there, it's really nice. As you can see, I didn't even know they had these kind of these details here, or even like there was a slot right there. So all the attention to detail, I am very appreciating of it. I don't know if I think Sideshow did offer 1/6 scale chess piece. I'm not too sure. I don't remember. I think some company did have a 1/6 scale chess piece. So if you do have that, you can decorate it here, and that would look beautiful. So I'll just put that right there. I don't know which way was right, but I'm just gonna put it there, and that's mostly done. However, there's one more piece right here, and I must be very careful with this one too because this one is heavy. And there is another printed paper stuck on the back with a tape, and when you turn it, it's actually a window piece. Well, it's not actual window, but it's mimicking the window piece of the Falcon, and this is going to go right on top of that. But when you look at from the side, this is it's kind of hard to see from the camera, but it's actually slanted, angled like slightly like that. So when I put this here, I am a little scared because it's not like secured at all. I'm just gonna try to align it, and if I align it, as you can see, it's really wobbly. And the company did give us a tape to attach it. One thing is that when you watch the film, this piece right here isn't actually coming out to the sofa. This piece was more like that. That's what I think in the film. So I don't know why this piece didn't come with a background wall like that one, because that would be more secured. I don't know why, but you do get a double side tapes. So what you can do is you can tape the back and you can mount it onto a wall or anything anywhere you like to have it more secure. But I would greatly suggest don't ever leave it like that without any support, because that will fall, and if that fall, it'll crack for sure, because it's really heavy, and that's just a piece of paper right there, so that's gonna rip and that's gonna break. So always have this side onto the wall or something to secure, because that will fall. Just saying in advance. But anyhow, that's how it is, and give me a second, I'm just gonna align the diorama a little more better.
By the way, do you guys remember that round, clear, translucent decor on the couches? Those things actually lights up and it is beautiful. Even when they had these, well, due to the super glue they used, the translucency was a little bit dirty there and here. However, when the light are on, you don't see those. It just disappears. So I think it's a great play factor, and it is really nice when you have LED lighting the diorama. So overall, what do I think about this diorama? I think it is brilliant. This is perhaps the most accurate 1/6 scale, or I would rather say it is the only 1/6 scale cargo bay diorama for Star Wars Millennium Falcon, and uses the blueprint of the Star Wars book, and therefore when it comes to the accuracy and the proportion, it is on spot. One thing I have to mention is that the floor is really easy to get scratched, and the couch and other pieces, though it's really heavy, there isn't anything on the bottom to protect it like a felt surface, so those things also does scratch the surface of the floor a lot. This piece is roughly around $500 USD, not including the shipping or tax or anything else, and when you watch the movie, actually the cargo hold is much bigger. This diorama is only recreating the 1/4 of the entirety of the cargo hold, and a crazy thing is Jazz INC is actually going to create the entire cargo hold, which of course it will be more expensive, but that's amazing, and that is crazy because it's going to be doing everything in that cargo space. It's going to be a massive diorama, and I think Juice is still doing a pre-order on that one, so if you want to purchase it, go ahead. And yeah, me myself, because I don't have any more space in my room, I have to depart purchasing that. But again, if you do have a space and if you have the cash, go ahead, because it'll be a crazy centerpiece. And when I say crazy, that means awesome. The entirety of the Falcon main cargo hold diorama will be 44-inch wide and nearly 36-inch deep. That is just massive. From the next video, I will be doing the regular 1/12 scale or 6-inch line action figure unboxing review. And however, I do still have quite a bit of Jazz INC diorama, and probably the next one I'll be doing for that series would be a smaller scale. It's not 1/6 scale. It's gonna be the 1/12 scale Tantive 4 hallway diorama. And yeah, I did take a lot of great photos on that, and I would love to share that too. And for those who are more interested in more detailed review or more photo on the review I did for this one today, please come by to the Toy Box Photo blog page. I always have everything that I do on the video, plus more photos and so on, so that'll be awesome if you can come by. And yeah, I would talk to you all soon. Bye. 遊びでやってるんだよ。